Hey everybody, Chris with Killer Arcade Games here with a massive Shed-Cade update. Yes, I'm still calling it a Shed-Cade. I don't know that I found another name that I really like that much just yet, so keep the suggestions coming. But for now, we're just going to call it the Shed-Cade. So a quick backstory on why I haven't been doing anything on the channel. This last week, there's been nothing. I haven't probably even replied to comments. Some of you guys may know this, but the reason for this was Lady Cag went to California not last week, but the week before, and she was there for an entire week for the Star Wars celebration. She went to Disney. She got to hang out with all the people that she's friends with that are Star Wars fans. They shared an Airbnb together. Well, I think you know where this story's going. Lady Cag got COVID on the trip. Didn't test positive until she got home, though, so I was more than in contact with her. You know, we slept in the same bed. I drove her home from the airport. We shared a drink. I just assumed she had a cold. Turns out it was COVID. Last week I had planned to release this video, but I had no time to work on it. I was working too much still, worrying if am I gonna get COVID? Had to keep going anyway, take care of her, or at least do my best to take care of her. She was actually pretty sick, not hospital sick thankfully, but just, you know, really worn out, really tired, congested, all that stuff. So we were throwing everything at her to try to get her better quickly. I'm happy to say she's now starting to come back on the upswing, but you know, it's been a full week since she got it and she's still pretty tired and worn out, but hopefully she'll be better soon. But the week she was gone, my neighbor across the street, who's been helping a ton with this whole project, we just worked on the shed every single day together. He'd get home from work, come out and do some stuff. Even if I was busy and couldn't help him, he was out there doing some stuff. I would love to name him and thank him, but I need to ask him if he minds first. So we'll do that in a later video. But for now, thank you very much, neighbor across the street. He's been killing it. So on the last video, you guys saw that there was just a building there and it had skirting, and that was pretty much it. A lot has changed. I'm gonna try to go through this in chronological order somewhat. So let's start it off with the electrical pre-wiring and all that stuff. All right, sorry for the poor audio, but here we go. We've got my box installed. As of now, we've got 6 breakers in here. That's way more than I ever anticipated, but leave it up to the professional in that case. Got the wiring pretty much done. We can kind of close up some of these walls already, which is great. I'm gonna go out and buy some insulation soon. The only thing that's left to do right now, today at least, is I gotta clean this stuff up real quick. This is me trying to sweep with one hand so I can record it. I promise I'm not a complete idiot. All right, we're all vacuumed up. It's all cleaned up now too, and I think I'm done for the day. I mean, my neighbor did all the work essentially. I just kind of helped out. Another update here, getting the ceiling installed. It looks a little janky, but I mean, I'm not exactly a carpenter, but from advice from other people who are good with woodworking, these are 12-foot 2x4s. They're definitely gonna sag if you do drywall from them. So I've put some braces to the rafters up there. I've been doing this all myself. Had to get pretty tricky with how to hold up a 12-foot 2x4 and attach it in between some walls, but I'm starting to learn. That little piece of 2x4 up there has a screw in it, and I just basically put it on the stud below when possible. If not, I put it vertically, or I'm sorry, horizontally underneath there, and then rest the 2x4 there while I attach it to the other side first. But we will have a ceiling, flat ceiling now. I don't think it'll sag, thankfully. Maybe a little sagging, you know, if the wood warps, but what are you gonna do? Trying to get this stuff done. I overbought, I don't know what I was thinking. I bought 12 of these. I only needed 10, so looks like I'm going back to Lowe's. Gotta save every bit of money I can. These are $14 a piece. And if you're wondering why you're not seeing me on camera much, take a look. Well, this is why. I am dripping sweat. It is only 84 outside and it's actually kind of breezy, but in here it is boiling hot. I'm trying to get this done quickly because by the weekend it'll be back in well into the mid 90s and it'll be just miserable in here. Climbing up and getting up into these rafters, it is so hot. The heat radiating off the underside of the roof, it's brutal. And we're making a lot of progress in here now. We got all the walls done except for the walls that need to still stay open currently. That one still needs some stuff done to it, and this guy right here. And we have a deck now. You guys haven't seen that yet. While we were finishing out the shed, we looked out the window and noticed there was this bird's nest there that I'd never seen before. We've watched these birds pop out of their eggs and grow in front of us. It's been pretty interesting. We'll take like a peek outside and see how they're doing. It's kind of cute to see. Hopefully they survive. We got the lights are up there. They're just, we need to cut them out when the time comes. That's why that's still open. We got to do some wiring there, but The whole thing is insulated except for these last little bits. And that's because they're odd sizes, so we're gonna have to go cut them down to size to fit. But I got one more of these things left, and that's it. And then we're probably gonna go buy the drywall tomorrow and start putting that in. All right, guys, we actually have stairs going into the building now. 3 steps to the top. Ideally, I wanted a ramp, but a ramp is just not realistic given the space out here and the budget I had. But now we got stairs going in. I can always build a ramp that rests on the stairs to get the games up in there and then just remove it when I'm not using it. Or just hopefully some friends are willing to help me hike it up there. All right, so this is the current state of the shed. It's moving really quickly, as I said before. It feels like it's moving really quickly. Doing drywall makes a gigantic mess. I've already swept this up once, cleaned it all up and vacuumed it, but this floor has like a groove to it. It's like a rubber coating on it apparently. And there's little grooves, and I'm gonna probably have to mop this thing when it's all done with just to make it look decent. But for now, I'm just gonna leave it a mess because you can clean it up, but we make more of a mess again. All right, let's start looking over here. We have a full ceiling, by the way. Now you can't see anything into the attic or anything. The attic hole is actually right here. We're gonna cut that out soon. Over here, I've got some speaker wire that's hanging out right here, and we're just gonna pop it through the drywall when we put it up so I can mount a speaker on the corner, like I said. We got an outlet right here. This is where basically all the pre-wired stuff comes in. These are all the Cat 6 cables. And they go to actually only 2 places. Wait, I can't remember. Maybe we have some Cat 6 on this wall. I think it's behind all this drywall. And I have some here. It's hard to see, but yeah, the Cat 6 is back there behind the drywall. So I have it on the back wall, this wall, and this wall over here, which I'll probably not use most of it, but it's good to have it just in case. And all the speaker wire comes out there because the receiver and everything's gonna sit right here. The TV is gonna sit up there, so we went ahead and put an outlet up there just to have it. Got 3 outlets on this wall alone. 1 over here, and there's gonna be 4 on this back wall. You just can't see all of them. It's like 1, 2, 3, and then 4 on that side. We have another outlet right here, and speaker wires kind of tucked behind the, oh crap, almost fell. It's tucked back here in this little slit. Actually, probably gonna leave it in there for now. Just, we know where it is, basically. I have another outlet right here, and this is where all the main stuff is. You can see the conduit. Let me zoom in on that. You can see the conduit right there, which is coming from underneath the building, which will eventually run to the main panel on my house. And here we have our breakers. It's a little mismatched right now because we don't know where the AC breaker is gonna go just yet. This big old wire is going up through the attic, and that's gonna go power the air conditioning. And on this wall, this is actually where all the arcade one-ups, or the bulk of the arcade one-ups are gonna go. Got 2 outlets, one here, one back behind the drywall. You probably can't really see right now. But this is a good 8-foot area, and that's where all the arcade one-ups, well, at least 4 of the arcade one-ups are gonna sit. Pretty sure the Killer Instinct real arcade one-up is gonna go right here. Real arcades on this back wall, and then a Carnival cabinet will probably go right here, just so I have more room to shoot and stuff. As for the rest of the space, might as well tell you guys what the current plan is. My chair, which I can hang out there and edit videos and all that. I got an outlet for my laptop. TV and receiver, like I said before. My drums are gonna go here. I know you guys are probably a little concerned, like, why are you putting drums in here? It's for arcades. Yes, it is for arcades, but part of the funding of this building was done by my business, which is going to free up a space in that room upstairs, meaning the drums need to be in here for now. Worst case scenario, the drums could always go in the garage one day. More arcades can fill in this space if needed. All right, so I think that's it for this video. There is gonna be another build video coming. I'm almost sure of that. And the reason for that is there's still going to be the AC that needs to be installed. Let me tell you a little bit about that deal and why we chose to do the drywall ourselves. The main reason is I was going to hire somebody to do the drywall. That was going to be about $1,400 plus materials. Well, we found that the air conditioner, which is going to be up on that wall up here, was actually going to cost somewhere around $1,900, which was about $1,000 more, maybe 11, actually 800 or 900 to 1,000 more than I originally planned. So I said, all right, save money. I'll do the drywall. We're going to pay somebody to do the tape and floating. By the way, I've already got a guy coming to do that for $500. So now that that's all done, we saved a little bit of money there to pay for the AC. But I actually got good news. The air conditioner is only going to cost $1,235. Actually, I've already paid for it. So it's in storage. It's accounted for. And the reason I wanted to get it quickly was because the supply chain stuff. There's always the problems with supply chain. You know, like right now you may be waiting a month to get an air conditioner. So I decided just to get it as early as possible. My friend Ryan helped me with that. Thank you very much, Ryan, if you ever happen to see this. Not only did he help me with that, everything's included for $1,235. I got the pad it even sits on. So actually, I'll cut to a quick video here of me stuffing it all into my work truck on Friday. So I had to cram the air conditioner and everything in here. I've already got one trailer loaded up, and I did not have time to go get my other trailer. So somehow managed to cram it all in here. All right, so what's left to do, I'm just gonna briefly go over it. We need to get the main electrical figured out, upgrading the panel or adding a sub panel. We're still not sure which route we're gonna take. And we need to get the main power from this building connected to the main power on my house. So that also, I have no idea what it's gonna cost. I don't know when it's gonna be done. I'm hoping this whole thing will still be done by sometime in mid-July. And I'm giving that as like being generous. So if it goes beyond that, that was not planned, but anything could happen, especially since we don't know what we still are going to do with the electric situation. So we're just going to have to figure it out as we go, of course. And it could end up being mid-July before I move in, or I could get lucky and by the end of this month, I could be ready to move in. But time will tell. And don't worry, I'll be sure to try to record more of the process, but I'm excited to keep going. It was a big deal to me to get all this progress made in just about 2 weeks. I say 2 weeks, but most of it was done in 1 week. And I pretty much had a whole week off because of COVID stuff. And by the way, I don't think I mentioned it, I never got COVID. I've been testing, I've been seeing how I feel. I even went for a mountain bike ride. I mean, mainly flat ground. It was 8 miles of trail riding. I felt fine, so I think I'm in the clear by now, which is a very good plus. I didn't have to take more time off. Well, thank you guys so much for watching this update. I'm very excited to keep moving forward. Massive thank you to the members of the channel, to the people who are donating to make this thing happen, to all the people that are helping to make this happen. My neighbor's been just a real help with this whole thing. He has really done a ton. He's probably put in more hours on it than I even have. There's been times where I'm not even here and he's out here working. Thank you to him. Again, I don't know if I'll be able to name him. I don't know if he wants to be named, but I will talk to him about that and be sure to thank him if he does. Anyway, speaking of thanks, thank you guys for watching. Please give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Leave me a comment, letting me know what you think of the Shed-Cade. And also drop me some name suggestions. Even if you've already left name suggestions, just leave them again. And I'll try to see if I find one that really sounds good, or maybe if you guys see some in the comments you like, give those a thumbs up also. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. I swear I'm gonna start doing arcade stuff again on the channel. I just need to get this building finished first so I can have a nice big YouTube studio / arcade and a nice place to work. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next video. There's the little baby chicks. They're actually getting really big. I don't know how the mom even fits in there anymore.